Hi, this is Wasabi. Welcome back to the channel. This is a battle on the Studzianki map, which is the Polish map. And we're following Fading Neptune from Atlas Clan. He's playing in the EBR Hotchkiss, which is the Tier 7 French wheeled light tank. He's got 2 marks of excellence on this tank. And if you're wondering how marks of excellence work, it uses the combined damage of both your spotting and assisting damage as well as the direct damage you do. So light tanks don't suffer in terms of that. As long as you're basically getting both assisted and related damage. He's already spotted some tanks, including the Type 64, which is one of the best light tanks for its tier, but this is a Tier 7, Tier 6 game, and the Type is a Tier 6 vehicle. He's already picked up some assisted damage from spotting the KV2. And just an aggressive move here, just pushing in on the Type, who is facing a different direction. Now the Type 64 is a Chinese light tank. It's based on the Hellcat chassis, but it's got a faster rotating turret than the Hellcat, so he did manage to get a shot in on Fading. And Fading's just keeping the lock on while he's lit. One of the sort of assisted benefits of the wheeled vehicles is their auto aim is a bit easier to lock onto, given sort of how quickly they move around. So you don't have to have your target reticle directly on the vehicle you're trying to lock onto. So don't get confused when he locks on that this is sort of an illegal moddering like that. This is the standard sort of thing for wheel vehicles. He's got that T-34-85M. Seems to be the only remaining vehicle on that side. Needs to get rid of him, but you can see there a bit of blind firing from the T-34. Can you get another shot on him? No, he's moved back behind cover, but he will have to deal with that vehicle if he wants to progress up this side and start working down the zero line. So just using this spot, this is basically, pretty much where most light tank operations happen on this map. It's got the area in front of him to work, as well as spotting tanks in the railway line area, or the railway station area. That's to his right. And if you can keep them lit, then artillery can do some damage. As you can see, shots going in there. So there's a bit of network lag just there that people are commenting on. But it appears to be on the Australian server based on the ping that he's getting. So it looked like a momentary bit of lag there. Nonetheless, his team is behind a bit. They're 2 tanks behind, and in fact 3 tanks behind. So they need to make up the gap a bit here. Okay, they've made up another tank back again, but still 2 tanks behind and a reasonable amount of hit points behind there. How can Fading help with that? Well, basically someone needs to mistake around his area whether the T-34 pops out or one of the tanks from the other side decides to cross to help on that line. You should be able to spot them. He's running food to improve his view range. He's spotted the KV2 there. He fired directly through the wall. This is something you can do only with AP or APCR rounds. If you're firing HE based rounds, basically will hit the wall, a destructible wall that is, and explode on the side of the wall rather than penetrate. So it will blow the wall down, but it will require you to take another shot once the vehicle's exposed, if that's in fact still exposed when the wall collapses. So just something to remember. If he was firing his HE rounds, then it wouldn't have been a good shell choice for that. Anyway, so pretty much blocked by the T-34-85M there. It does have a fair amount of hit points for its tier, and pretty well armoured as well. Although he's firing APCR premium rounds there. But he's just chilling in the bush here. He's got his repair kits and med kits on cooldown, so he might want to just wait for those to become active again before he makes another move. That'll let him repair his wheels quickly if he does get damaged, so He's just rocking backwards and forwards here and hoping to catch a glimpse of something, or hopefully the 234-85M comes out and pokes again and makes a mistake. So I might just speed it up here just to see what goes on. So he's got now 1290 combined damage. So needs to help with Bilmore. He's asked the ice for help. Now, okay, he's making a push, so let's go back to normal speed. Does get spotted by the T-34-85M. Managed to get a lock on while he was spotted. As long as the vehicle remains spotted, that lock might stay on. It looks like he's cancelled it, but unless he wants to go dark and try and confuse the T-34-85 which side he's coming from. Just using his speed here, but he's facing the other way. But okay, the shot bounces, but he is outrunning the gun, so he's circling here. The T-34A is trying to do the right thing. Now he's turning his turret in the other direction. Well, it's definitely a tactic, but it's going to be a lot harder to aim. So he thinks he's going to get his gun on, but in fact, yeah, he's not getting close. And one more hit. Yep, there he goes. All right, so it's basically taken out that blocker on that side, and they're making some progress here. Now they're 2 tanks up. He's found the VK3002, doing the same thing with him, just jinking out of the way, gets taken out by VK3001 on his side, so he gets some spotting assisted damage there. Takes out the S51 Arty, finds the M12 here, so it's really basically taking advantage of the loss of that T-34A. Gets charged there by an FV304. They're not the most mobile vehicles, even though they're relatively quick, so it was an attempted shotgun, but really it doesn't maneuver all that well. So one more shot in, and he's dead. And he's really just rampaging at this point. He's got nearly 2.5k of his own damage and some assisted damage. He found the Jackson and basically paying out on the Jackson there. They switched to HE shells there and gets rid of the Jackson. And now he's just got the last vehicle here, which is the Hellcat, who gets taken out by artillery. And that's the game. So, an ace tanker game there for Fading Neptune. Got the Pascucci's medal for killing the Arties, the scout and patrol duties for spotting damage and damage caused by the tanks from his spotting, and the High Caliber Award for doing the most damage, at least 20% of the total hit pool. So for a light tank, that's a pretty good achievement there. 2753 direct damage and 1742 assisted. That gave him a base experience of 1459, again well into ace tanker territory for the tier. More than double the damage of the other tanks in his team, and on the other team looks like the T-43 that died relatively early ended up with the most experience there, so a bit of a fail there by the other team. But 22 shots fired, 20 of those connected and 15 penetrated. The credits, he had both battle payments from the clan and also some payments from missions, and similarly for the experience, he picked up a big bonus from missions as well. Anyway, great game there, Fading, and thanks for the content.